Astrology without Vedanta is like a body without soul. If you remove the Atma, if you remove the soul from the body, it becomes lifeless, like a stinking flesh. And a body with realized soul is a limitless panorama of possibilities. It becomes the guiding light. It becomes the soul of the possibilities to understand the, the key internal processes and external processes. Internally, something as trivial as your digestion, your respiration, your inner feelings, and external processes like career, marriage, relationships. And that way, astrology becomes a key tool to understand everything in your life. And out of all the external processes, one of the key accomplishment of one's life is having a very healthy, having a very fortunate relationship. That's called marriage. And you see who is the Karaka of marriage? Venus. Shukra. It's a natural seventh lord, lord of Libra, and that entices you for the marriage. And who is exalted over there? Saturn. That's the lord of pains. So, if you collectively take all the pain that the humanity has, then the seventh house pain is the highest. Saturn loves to give pain. And seventh house, that is the relationships, he's master of giving pain in that area. So today's topic is about marriage and relationships. What is marriage? Who creates it? There is a point in your chart, a mathematical point in your chart called upapada lagna. Upapada lagna, no, before I explain upapada lagna, let me explain you the what it is. Okay, it is the what is the 12th house? Let me explain you what is the 12th house. Lagna is yourself, and 12th house is giving away of yourself. Okay, loss of yourself. What is yourself? The things that you identify with yourself is the lagna. Okay, your body, your status, your habits, and all those things that you identify with yourself. That is lagna. And the 12th house is loss of all these things. Loss of yourself, loss of your body, loss of your sense of identification. That is the 12th house. Imagine when you go to sleep, you just forget everything. Okay? You just forget everything in your sleep. You just let go of yourself and you relax the whole night. And the next morning, you wake up rejuvenated. So that's the beauty of 12th house. By giving away, you get back to the life in the morning with the complete energy. And if you don't give away in the 12th house in the night, you won't get up well in the morning. Imagine the days when you have bad sleep, your whole day is wasted. So that's the beauty of giving away. And so what is the upapada lagna? Upapada lagna is the material manifestation of the 12th house in your chart. It is the arudha of 12th house in your chart. That is, in the society, when you are ready to give away, when you are ready to share your life with somebody, that's the point when upapada lagna activates and gives you marriage. So, traditionally, if you are thinking that you are getting married to get some pleasure, to get something, or to gain out of that marriage, then you are wrong. It is like a bank balance. Initially, you have to put some money. You have to keep putting some money every time, every day, every moment in that bank balance so that the huge corpus builds up over time. And if you have not learned to let go of things that you have, of not leaving some of your habits, or not letting go of some of your sense of identification, then it is better not get married. Probably that's not the right time for you. And when you are ready to share your life, see, when you are ready to share your life, two people come together, then obviously with your current set of habits, with your current sense of identification, with your current sense of what you want to achieve in your life, there is bound to be friction between you and your spouse. There is bound to be some collision, and the, the net result of that collision is your spouse has to give away some things and you have to give away something. And when you both give away a part of yourself and then unite, that's a successful marriage. So you should be ready to give in. You should be ready to donate a part of you away. And in your chart, the upapada lagna is showing that point of giving away. That's why it is the material manifestation, it is the material arudha of the 12th house. And the lord of that sign and the lord of that point, that is the one who creates the marriage. That is the one who is the Brahma of your marriage. So look at the dignity of that lord. If that lord is exalted in your sign, then what it means is you'll get a wife or a spouse from the family which is of higher status, of higher class than you, if that is exalted. And if it is debilitated, then it means you'll get somebody from the lower class than yourself. See, exalted planet has so much energy that it starts giving away. Okay. If your fifth lord is exalted, your knowledge is exalted. And debilitated planet, they want to get support from others. Okay. So if your Upapada Lagna Lord is debilitated, then you will get married into a family where they'll require support from yourself. Okay. But if it is exalted, then you'll be on the other side. Okay. So if you are not getting married, then it is better to start propitiating the Lord of Upapada Lagna, because that is the Brahma of your marriage. He'll create the marriage for you. But indeed, what he is doing, if you are not getting married, then you better look inside yourself and see, are you ready to concede something? Are you ready to give in your habits? Are you ready to share? That's the point when you should get married. Now, what is the way of propitiating the Lord of Upada Lagna? Look for the day of the planet that is ruling over the Upapada Lagna. Fast on that day. Okay. Fasting on that day will increase the energy of that planet in your chart. And anyway, that fasting on that day is anyway going to increase the tendency inside you to give away. You're already in a process to let go of things in your life. So that increases your acceptability for the marriage. That increases the dignity of Upada Lagna Lord in your chart. So anybody who comes to you for the distressed marriage life, then simply this one fasting is the Maha Mantra for his or her entire marriage life, and that is the fasting on that day of Upada Lagna Lord. So if your Upada Lagna Lord is in let's say Cancer, then tell him to fast on Mondays. Now the second thing is, who is the sustainer of your marriage? Once your marriage has been created, then there is a lot who is sustaining it? Who is the Vishnu? Okay, Vishnu is the sustainer. So that sustainer comes from the second sign from the upapada lagna. He is the food to the marriage. He is giving food to the marriage. So that Lord should also be propitiated. But the most important one is the Lord of upapada lagna. Hmm. Now, if somebody comes to you and says he's not getting married, so the most important for him is the upapada lagna Lord. Okay. So let's say somebody comes to you with upapada lagna as the Cancer. So you can tell him to fast on Monday, okay, and do the puja of Lord Krishna. Hmm. If if she is a lady, then you should tell her to fast for some deity for. But if the person is already married, if the person is already married, then he should fast on that day, but he should pray for the Lord of the next day. Okay, so if he's doing fast for Monday, then he should pray for the Lord Rama. That is the sign of Leo. Okay, because the food is coming from Leo, but the marriage is sustained. But marriage is created by the Cancer sign, and it is sustained by the Leo sign. So both should be propitiated once the marriage has been created. But before that, only the first Lord need to be propitiated properly. Now, for male and female, they should choose the form which is appropriate. Like for males, the female deities should be chosen. For female, the male deities should be chosen. The female can use any form of Lord Vishnu. Okay, and for males, he should choose the form of Devi. And if you have reluctance to do these propitiations using fast or doing Devi or Vishnu mantras, then you can just look for the natural signification of these signs. Okay, so if your Upapada Lagna is there in Gemini, then instead of propitiating Lord Vishnu or Sri Varaha, you can also just look for the signification of Gemini. That is the communication, reading, writing. So if you want to sustain your marriage, you should just keep communicating. If your Upapada Lagna is in Gemini, if your Upapada Lagna is in Libra, then seventh house. It's a seventh house for shopping and all these things, going to market and places. So if you want to just sustain your marriage, just keep going to malls and doing the shopping and all these things. Okay, so that way you can just look for the natural karkas of these houses also. And to check the longevity of your relationship, you should look for the 8th house from Upapada Lagna. If that Upapada Lagna, if that sign from 8th house from Upapada Lagna is having malefics, or that Lord is afflicted or in bad position, then your relationship would end during the dasa of that sign. Thank you very much.